Church. Police say 27-year-old Hannibal Carey burglarized St. Vincent de Paul Catholic Church in the days after Christmas. Church leaders say they lost their Christmas and Sunday offerings collections of between $9,000 and $11,000.
Gabriella Polari was reportedly seen lingering around several mailboxes after residents reported a suspicious vehicle. The caller was able to share a license plate, and police located Polari's car during a traffic stop. Police say a search of the car turned up mail and packages along with drugs and drug paraphernalia. Residents who are missing mail should contact the Lake County Sheriff's Office. Arrest after a video is released of him hosing down a homeless woman in front of his business. 71-year-old Shannon Collier Gwynn faces misdemeanor battery charges. Video of the incident went viral and sparked outrage in the community. A crisis response team stepped in to help connect the woman to city services.
Heated enough that someone called police, and this is the woman being arrested. Now, police say that, is that the taser he has pulled out?
It looks like it. And she punches her
then this, that's the part that,
in the head.
The arrest is one thing, okay, but those 3 punches to her face seem completely unwarranted just looking at this video.
It seems insane.
And the police, up to this point, have offered no explanation, no rationalization for punching her. Now, there may not be one. There may not be one. The 2 officers are on administrative leave while this is...
When did this happen? We don't know when it happened?
It happened on Monday. Yeah.
This is crazy. I mean, look, everybody's talking these days about, what do you do with policing? And de-escalation seems to be the magic word. And then you have to look at the circumstances going into a situation, how to diffuse it. Again, I don't know what she did.
There were no, look at that. No one is saying, it's not like she threatened anyone. This was a trespassing call.
Because she claims that DCFS has refused for years to find housing for kids who have been freed from custody on a judge's order. The lawyers say most of the kids have suffered physical, sexual, or other trauma before they were taken into DCFS care, and they say now these same children are being more traumatized by being kept in jail.
The solution is very simple. We need more homes for children. The legislature has said DCFS can spend whatever money it needs in order to house children. Every single dollar is available to meet the needs of the neediest children. Subjected to months and months.
DCFS did issue a statement which reads in part, the agency, quote, works as quickly as possible to place youth in appropriate and safe settings. Of course, we can only place youth where we have availability that meets their needs, which is why the department is also working to expand the capacity that was hollowed out under previous administrations. Thanks to this work, in recent years, we have made progress in reducing the number of youth who remain in the justice system past the date that they are allowed to be released.
Yes, we're going into the archives for a look back at this day. In 1985, some of you may never forget it because Chicago recorded the city's coldest day on record. The temperature hit 27 degrees below zero. With the wind chill, it was minus 78 at the time.
Look at the pain on people's faces now. You got to be thankful. At 6 o'clock, a judge temporarily halting Illinois' new assault weapons law. That decision coming down just a short time ago.
ABC 7's Eric Hong joining us with that breaking detail. Eric.
Judy and Ravi, we're still going through the judge's ruling, but it appears to apply only to the plaintiffs in this case. That includes 4 federal firearms license dealers and more than 860 individual gun owners in dozens of Illinois counties. The temporary restraining order granted by a judge in downstate Effingham County puts the assault weapons ban on pause for those plaintiffs until the case can be heard. That landmark legislation was just passed by the General Assembly and signed into law by the governor 10 days ago, banning the sale, delivery, and purchase of dozens of assault-style weapons and requiring such firearms currently owned to be registered with state police. This lawsuit filed by downstate attorney and former GOP candidate for Illinois Attorney General Thomas DeVore argued that the legislature did not follow constitutionally mandated procedures in enacting the law, that it essentially cut corners in the legislative process. Today, supporters of the law say they're disappointed with the judge's action.
I mean, even before the law was passed, gun rights advocates were already talking about how they were going to file lawsuits. So this is not surprising at all. It's obviously frustrating that the TRO was granted. But you know what? A setback always sets people up for a comeback. So I'm going to trust in the process.
In a statement, Governor Pritzker said this decision is not surprising. Although disappointing, it is the initial result we've seen in many cases brought by plaintiffs whose goal is to advance ideology over public safety. The state likely to appeal the granting of this TRO, and the governor saying he's confident the courts will uphold the law's constitutionality.
Suspect shot during a scuffle with an off-duty Chicago police officer on Wednesday has died. The moments leading up to that shooting were captured on surveillance video right here. There was a struggle for her gun before she shot Levon Smith. The charges were filed against Smith yesterday. Police saying the officer intervened when she believed he was robbing someone.